In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 23, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas versus NC State. It's an opening round matchup of the battle for Atlantis when a member of the Atlantic Coast Conference takes on the Big 12 on the college hardwood down on an island paradise. The NC State Wolfpack are the road team as they take on the number 3 Kansas Jayhawks Wednesday afternoon. NC State comes in off a 74-63 home win over Elon in their previous contest Saturday, though they failed to cover the line as a 25-point favorite. Kansas hung on to down Southern Utah 82-76 at home Friday night in their last game, though they failed to cover the line as a 21.5-point favorite. In the all-time series between the schools, the Jayhawks own an 11-1 advantage and have won 11 straight meetings. That includes a 60-57 triumph in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament at the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis in the most recent matchup on March 23, 2012. The Wolfpack are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 neutral site games and 16-37-2 against the spread in their last 55 games overall. The Jayhawks are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 neutral site games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 6-2 in Wolfpack last 8 overall. The under is 4-1 in Jayhawks last 5 neutral site games. Looking at the adjusted efficiency margin provided by Ken Palm, NC State is 69th in the country with a plus 11.24 rating up to this point, while Kansas is all the way up at 11th in the sport with a plus 22.96 rating. So there is a huge difference here. The ability to grab rebounds is critical, as the Wolfpack are averaging 37.8 rebounds per game, while the Jayhawks are averaging 41.3 rebounds thus far. Kansas plays solid defense and should limit NC State's incredible shooting percentage. The Wolfpack are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 neutral site games, while the Jayhawks are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 neutral site games. The NC State Wolfpack are obviously a talented team, and they're playing great, but they also haven't played anybody yet, and it's going to take a statement performance to get me on board. We know what the Kansas Jayhawks are about, and their win over Duke stamped them as a club you can trust. So the Kansas Jayhawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The ability to get a lot of possessions is critical to reach this number, and both teams push the floor. NC State is 86th in the sport with 74.8 possessions per game thus far, while Kansas is right above them at 81st with 74.9 possessions per game so far this season. The ability to knock down threes consistently also helps a lot, as those really increase the score in a quick fashion. The Wolfpack are 72nd in the NCAA with a 37.3 3-point percentage so far, while the Jayhawks are not too far behind them at 185th with a 32.9 percentage from beyond the arc. There will be very little defense played by either team in this game. Kansas wants to push the pace, and they are averaging 80.5 points per game. NC State put up 107 points 2 games ago, and there will be no shortage of scoring in this game. The pace of this game will be quick. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Tech versus Ohio State. The Texas Tech Red Raiders will be taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes and will face off in the 5th place game in the Maui Jim Maui Invitational on Wednesday night at the Lahaina Civic Center. The winner will win the 5th place in the tournament. The Red Raiders rebounded well from their loss to Creighton, cruising to an easy win over Louisville on Tuesday. Texas Tech shot 43.1% from the floor in that one and won the rebounding battle 45-29. As for Ohio State, they had a nice outing in the Cincinnati game Tuesday. The Buckeyes shot 46.9% from the floor and had 42 team rebounds. There is a reason why Texas Tech is ranked and Ohio State is not. These teams are differentiating on the defensive side of the court, as according to Ken Palm's adjusted efficiency margin, Texas Tech is 12th in the country with an 89.7 rating, while Ohio State is 58th with a 94.5 rating so far. The ability to get rebounds is a big difference maker, as the Red Raiders are averaging 35.8 rebounds per game, while the Buckeyes are averaging 45.3 rebounds touchdowns per game. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders to cover the spread is our full game side pick. These teams are not going to push the pace too much here, as Ohio State is 170th in the sport with 72.1 possessions per game, while 260th in the nation with 69.6 possessions per game thus far. These defenses are doing extremely well defending against shooters, as the Buckeyes are 16th with a 35.2 opposing field goal percentage, while the Red Raiders are 47th in the nation with an opposing 38 field goal percentage up to this point. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Auburn versus Northwestern. The Auburn Tigers and the Northwestern Wildcats will clash for the Riviera Division title at the Cancun Challenge. Auburn is coming off a victory against Bradley where they commanded a lead the entire 40 minutes. Auburn dominated down low and had 3 starters in double figures. Northwestern is coming off a strong second-half effort to put away Liberty. Northwestern had 2 starters in double figures. Each of these teams are currently undefeated. When the 2 teams take the court on Wednesday, we'll see who's for real. Auburn had their way with a Bradley team that stepped up in class and just wasn't ready. With the Tigers shooting well and running an effective offense in this tournament, I expect them to continue to pound the rock down low and capitalize on the high percentage shots. Any offensive boards will set up great kick-out opportunities for step and threes. Northwestern was able to pick up the slack with Buick, and we gotta imagine Auburn will run a similar scheme to try and shut down Busey again. We simply can't trust a Northwestern bench to put up 25 plus against this much better and more physical Auburn Tiger defense. So the Auburn Tigers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Wildcats can't keep up with the Tigers, but can they slow them down? That will be the difference in predicting the game's total points scored. The under will always look appealing in a matchup between 2 respectable defenses. However, if Auburn comes out hot, it could push the Wildcats into too many contested threes, which is not a recipe for success. Northwestern needs its big men to control the glass, preventing Auburn from getting second chance buckets and allowing the Wildcats to get out on the break. It might be easier said than done, but it's not improbable either. These 2 teams come into this game undefeated and will fight for the Cancun Challenge Championship in this game. Northwestern has played great defense this season and has only allowed more than 54 points in 1 game. Auburn has also played very good defense this year and has only allowed more than 59 points in 2 games. Auburn does have the edge on offense and should have a slight edge in rebounding. I think Northwestern will have their hands full with their toughest test to date, and the best way to slow down Auburn is to turn this into a defensive battle, which is what Northwestern's done for the most part, going 5-0 to the under this season. Auburn's solid defensively as well, and I think the defense comes to shine in this one. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.